أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رب المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. After we discussed the geographical area of the Arabian Peninsula, we are now discussing the people of the such area. The people of the Arabian Peninsula, they are the strange land of silence and insignificance, but inhabited by a people equally strange and insignificant. The Arabs being the children of the desert. The Arab are called children of the desert because they are live in a desert and develop among them qualities and habits very much in keeping with their wild, arid surroundings. They are considered a wild and desert. They were a hard-topped race of men who, being unaccustomed to gentler and more sophisticated modes of life, and tough were warlike. People of Arab are developed among them the so-called unaccustomed. They are unaccustomed of race. They were having a so-called race and more sophisticated mode of life. Their mode of life are more sophisticated. Uh, they are warlike. They are need or they need or they like the so-called war. Uh, Hostile, unorganized, and a perpetually struggling mass of humanity. People of Arab before are struggling in one another. They are popular them the so-called feud. Though habitually slow in words and action, when once their feelings were aroused, they were very swift to return an insult or injury, and their blood feuds would often continue for many generations. The the Arab people are developed among them, or they were accustomed to so-called feud. The redo among them are continuous, even before time. Their highly provocable nature was later termed by the Holy Quran pagan fury al-Jahiliyyah, and period before Islam. The period before the Prophet Muhammad SAW, they were called this as Jahiliyyah. Jahiliyyah because their customs are war, hostile, ambush, and they were habit to kill one another. This Arab. And the period before Islam is called as Jahiliyyah, pagan, before of the period of ignorance. Jahiliyyah means a period of ignorance because they don't know law to uh, to conserve one another. Kumbaga sa ano, it is called a matirang matibay. During this period of Jahiliyyah, the social structure of the Arabs' life, including their political system and religious belief and practices, was highly primitive. The social life of these people are highly primitive. Primitive, it is mean old style of life. They were killing one another and harassing one another and forcing one another. Arab life, including their political system and religious belief and practice, was highly primitive. There was no political unity as they did not have an organized form of government. Arab people are no organized government. They were barangay to barangay. They were controlling by one another. They are the people are no more unity before. They were group to group. There are other group of people there and other group of people there and other group of people. There is no unity among the Arabs. There was no hegemony of any imperial power, and almost the entire Arabian Peninsula, with the exception of the certain northern territories which were either in this present or under the Roman domination. There are people who are conquered by the Roman in the upper area of the Arab near the Gulf or above the Gulf nowadays. They were controlled by the Roman, European people. There was no hegemony of any imperial power, and almost the entire Arabian Peninsula, with the exception of the certain northern territories which were either in the presence or under the Roman domination. There are other parts of the Arabian Peninsula are dominated by the Roman before. Enjoyed almost complete independence and absolute autonomy. The almost complete independence of the people of Arab. People are independent of one another. They were never controlled by one another. There is no unity among them. There was, however, no central authority or national government to establish uniform political administration in the peninsula. There is no political unity among the people of Arabs. So we will continue this by